Hello, everyone. This is Aaditya Mehta, and you are listening to podcast on personality development. And the first things first, guys, I'm so happy to tell you this that podcast on personality development has been nominated for the best interview podcast in Hubhopper Podcast Awards 2023. Thank you so much for all the love and support you have been giving to this podcast. And honestly, I need more support from you guys. So make sure to vote for this podcast. Link is mentioned in the description. All you need to do is click on that link and just select personality development from the drop down and just click on vote button, and that's it. Your vote will be submitted. So make sure to do that. Make sure to share your love and support to this podcast. Coming back to today's show now, what a topic today, right? I mean, this is one topic which is really difficult for me because I'm not very good at it. And I'm going to ask some great questions, or might be some silly questions. It sounds great in my head, as always. So, but I'm pretty sure it might find silly for you, those who are out there, the skincare specialists, the skincare experts. So don't mind me, but this is for the people who actually wants to learn more about skincare. And if you are that one person, you are at the right place. And the person which we have today on the show is a really wonderful person. She's an influencer, model, and a skincare enthusiast from last 5 years. So make sure to listen to this episode till the end, because you need to invest in your skin, because it is going to represent you for a long amount of time, right? So intro music is going to play. Till the time, hit that follow button and the bell icon, because I don't want you to miss out any episode. Till the time, I'll get today's guest. Here we go. Hello and welcome back to today's episode. In this episode, we have a person in the house who is working with Rewind Veda Skincare Clinic and Cosmetology Institute as a marketing consultant. And I have already mentioned her credibility, but hey, let's hear more of her straight from her. So, hey, Suchita, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm amazing. I'm really excited to talk about you, about your story. I'm really excited to talk to you. So it's just wonderful. However, Suchita, I mean, what I gave was just a pure nutshell introduction, but people would love to hear more about you from you. So if you would like to give a brief introduction about yourself.
Hi, so I'm Suchita Kothari. I'm an Instagram influencer and a model. And being a model, I have to take care of my skin quite a lot. I have been into skincare since 5 years now, and I got into skincare when I was studying in US, and when I met a lot of Korean, Japanese, Chinese girls, and they had that flawless glass skin on their face. I always used to wonder, how do they have such a flawless skin, and why is my skin not glowing? And trust me, it's not about the skin color. It's about the glow which comes from within. And you can be dusky, but you can glow from inside. That's why Fair and Lovely changed their name to Glow and Lovely?
Right. That's a
So,
wonderful statement. Okay.
so I used to wonder that how do they have that skin? And then, of course, there is K drama, and all the K drama artists have that this flawless glass skin. So I started to study what they do for their skin.
Mhm.
How do they have such a beautiful skin? And then I found out about like 9 step skincare routine, which they usually follow. But let's be practical. 9 step skincare routine, we cannot do it.
Okay.
And if you're starting a skincare, I would recommend you to not start with 9 steps. skincare routine. It's too intense for a skin which has not been nourished for like 20, 30 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Definitely not for me, but
yeah, definitely not. Trust me, even I just used to apply moisturizer and nothing else. I didn't know anything about skincare when I started.
okay.
And I realized one thing for sure, that if I start using a lot of products on my skin, it's going to break out. It's going to react. It's not good. So I started taking baby steps, adding one ingredient at a time, and here I am now.
Wow.
Like, minimum concerns about skin. Everyone keeps on asking me, what do you do? And I'm like, just take care of your skin, drink a lot of water, and you'll be fine.
Wonderful. I mean, drinking water can bring you to different podcasts as well. So, people make sure to do that. It's really, really amazing. Although, Suchita, it's really amazing. Your story is quite interesting, and I would like to know more about it as well. Like you watched a lot of K-drama. You said you have watched a lot of people, a lot of foreigners, I would say, whose skin was glowing, and that's something everyone wants. And I, like, believe me, there is one question from the community about asking about glowness in the skin. Okay, her name is Honey, and she asked this specific question that I want to know how to make skin more glowy. So that's one of the things she has asked, and of course you have started with the glow itself, right? So that's pretty amazing, although the story is really interesting. So what was that first thing, or what was that incident in which you realized that, what, I am going to make a career out of it, and start doing things? So what was that incident which happened which made you took it as a career?
Actually, I don't consider skincare as a career
Okay.
because I love skincare way too much just to consider it as a career.
Wow.
It's a
Okay.
lifestyle for me. It's not a career.
Okay.
A career path was taken a turn when I came back to India. And then my relatives started to notice that, oh, my skin has changed quite a lot since when I was back in India, because I was looking good, but I didn't had that glow. And then my sister, who is already a doctor, I used to talk to her about skincare a lot. She used to talk to me. And then I got her into skincare. And then she did the cosmetology degree. And she's like, oh, let's do something out of this. I'm like, okay, you have a degree in cosmetology. I'm a marketing consultant. Why don't we do something in that field? And then we came up with Rewind Veda.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Although you have used this term, and even I used the term cosmetology in your introduction as well. Although I don't know the meaning of it, so, and I'm pretty sure many of the listeners might not know the meaning of it. So if you can explain the meaning of what cosmetology is.
So, what cosmetologists do is they work on our face, I
Mm-hmm.
would say, a face or our skin, I would say, and they
Okay.
help us improve it in the way we want. So, if you're having any problems, if you're having any skin related problems, you go to cosmetologist and they help you treat it. Now, Rewind Veda is not a complete technical cosmetology center, because what I and my sister believes in, what we believe in, is like skincare is not just skin deep, is body deep. You have to eat good food. You have to take care of your skin inside and out. And then you get that perfection in the skin.
Hmm.
You cannot just rely on outside treatments like hydrofacial, or there is like bb facial, vampire facial and all.
Right.
No, you can't just keep on doing it and eat junk food all the time. So we came up with a concept where we want to educate people about skincare. We want to educate them that how you can take care of your own body and feel good about it. It's
Hmm.
not just limited to the treatments, but it's more deeper than it.
Wonderful. That's beautiful. And taking skincare as a lifestyle is something which most people wouldn't do, but they need to do that. I mean, that's one thing which they need to accept. However, there are some times where people, let's say, take an example of mine. I mean, I have never taken enough care about my skin, to be very honest, although I would love to. But what happens is, like, due to the routine, due to the daily routine of any person, okay, what happens is, like, they have to eat junk food. Okay, so I do remember, like, in my office, whenever I get late, I always have to eat something so that it just keeps my tummy full, or at least not full, but at least still somewhere, so that I can work, right? So all these things comes into the picture. So there are many people out there into the workforce where they have to make sure that their skin, okay, glows. And at the same time, as a marketing consultant, I'm pretty sure you must be facing that a lot as well. Like, you have to go to clients places, and you have to roam around in the field as well. And at the same time, you have to make sure that your skin is glowing. You have to take care of your skin as well. What is that one thing which you have implied in your life, which all the people out there in the workforce, out there on the field, can implement that in their daily lives as well?
I cannot say about one thing. If I had to choose one thing, I would say just wash your face before going to bed and apply one moisturizer. Just do that one thing. Because you're going to wash your face when you're going to have a bath in the morning. You're going to apply something,
Right.
most probably sunscreen. But
Yep.
at night, at least wash your face before going to bed and apply a good moisturizer. You can apply Vaseline as well if you do not like moisturizers, but apply something on your face. Heck, my mother applies coconut oil on her face, and her
Okay.
skin is also flawless. So apply something which will keep your skin nourished. But
Fully.
as I said earlier, it's not just one thing. Let me tell you something. When I was in India, I told you, before going to US, my skin was not glowing. It was dusky. It was dull, I would say.
Mhm.
My relatives used to ask me, "What's wrong with you? Why you're not looking? Why your skin is looking so dull?" And
Mhm.
because when skin looks dull, people tend to think that there is something wrong with you. You must have gotten that quite a lot, right? We all
I
do.
We all do. Yeah, yeah,
We
for
all
sure.
do.
Yes.
And like, there's nothing wrong. Why are you asking me this question?
Exactly, right? I mean, I have asked them, I have asked them a lot of times, everything is fine with me. Is everything all right with you? I just ask, backfire the question. So nowadays people don't ask me that, but yeah, I mean, I've faced that a lot.
So one thing I noticed which caused my skin to get dull is I used to consume a lot of sugary items. I used to be that person who used to have cold coffee with chocolate brownie.
Okay.
Okay, I used to put 3 sachets of sugar in a Starbucks hot coffee cup. Just cut off the sugar. Don't have 5 to 6 cups of coffee in your office just because it is available free of cost.
Wonderful.
Cut off on coffee, have 2 times a day, have minimum sugar, and drink loads and loads of water.
Okay. Well, that's pretty amazing. That's a great advice for me, to be very honest. I don't know about the audience today, but I'm learning some great insights. Because I'm that one person who pours 2 sachets of sugar in a half cup of coffee. Okay. So I can really relate it with myself. And to be very honest, I have tea as well most of the times, and coffee at the same time. And I know how it feels to be in the office and, not to go for water, but going for tea and coffee. Okay. So that's something. And it's not like it's because it is free, it's because, like, we are so stressed that we can't live without those things. Okay, so it has become an habit that I can't work without it. So that is something which gets into the life as well. Although, audience, if you are one of them, like if you are one of me who takes a lot of coffee, although I just take coffee like 3 times a day. Previously I used to take 7 to 8 times in a day as well. But there is a wonderful episode by Chad Hufford. So make sure to check that out to take some discipline lessons. I'm pretty sure that would help you out as well. Coming back to today's episode. So I'm telling you, Suchita, like the things which you are saying right now is really like opening up myself, which I would love to. I mean, if people are ready for it, I mean, I would love to do that. But still, I wouldn't open myself much. I would let you continue more. So, if any advice which you would like to give for the people who are not taking good amount of water, because what happens is in the office when they are continuously in front of the laptop and they are into something, okay, they know that this needs to be completed, and then there are calls, meetings, and many more things. Okay, most of the people, I mean, in my office there are some people who forget to take lunch as well. Okay, forget about having water. So one thing or maybe couple of things which you can say about these habits which they need to implement for a good skincare.
Okay, I won't ask for much.
Mhm.
Uh, if it comes about water, consider your weight is 60 kgs. Divide the weight with 10, which will become 6, and then cut it in half, which will become 3. So you should consume 3 liters of water every day.
Wow.
If you are living in home or if you are going to office, always have a bottle with you. Maybe 1 liter bottle or maybe 750 ml bottle. But make sure you're counting your bottles. That is going to help you a lot to keep track of how much water you're consuming in a day. And secondly, as I said, excessive sugar, excessive salt, and the love of India, spices, is
Yeah.
not good.
Wonderful. Okay, love of spices. I mean, these are the things which are really, really critical. I mean, love of spices is one of my love as well. To be very honest, man, I don't know why I'm making it about me. It's about the audience as well.
Well,
So
India is all about you. So it has to be about you. Come on.
of course, and I'm pretty sure, audience, you are relating to it. And I'm specifically talking about you as well. So it's you and me both in the boat, sailing in the same direction. And Suchita is over here to take us back to a really good island of skincare. So make sure that you follow her and follow her tips which she is giving. It's really, really helpful. However, Suchita, I have this one question, and I would like to give one advice for all the people, and that would be like for me as well. I wasn't consuming much water. So there is this amazing app which is known as Health Tracker, which actually reminds you every half an hour. So, you drink water, okay, to drink water basically. So it can be one sip, two sip, or many sips. So audience, what you can do is there are many apps out there, okay, who can remind you. And I feel that's the good use of technology rather than scrolling most of the times on Instagram and other social media channels. You can use technology in a good way so that technology takes good care of you. What do you think about it? Do let me know in the poll which I set in. However, Suchita, these are some great advices. And now, you know, this is a big question. Most of the women's I have seen in my life, they take good care of their skin. Normally, I have seen women's who are riding a scooter, okay, or a bike. They have this full face covered, like with their dupatta or a cloth, okay, like their whole face is covered. Then they have this helmet for hands, they have their special gloves which they wore. And like not even a nail of her body is visible while they are riding a bike. Okay, but when we say about men, it's the complete opposite. And there is a need of mind shift as well, that men need to take good care of their skin as well. As far as women are taking wonderful care, but even men need to do that. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, men definitely do need to take care of their skin because girls love good skin. So if
Oh,
you want a good girlfriend, then you know what to do now.
Wow, that's a pretty great answer. I mean, in any ways, girls are less in the world as well, as compared to boys. So, guys, we need to buck up now. Anyways, and that isn't a joke. Unfortunately, that's the real life situation as well. I shouldn't worry about that much because now I have Suchita to guide me with good skincare routine as well. So I hope, Suchita, you will be guiding a lot of audience over here as well. What is that one thing, however, which I would like to ask over here is, what is that one thing which men should start doing, okay, a big time, to take good care of their skin? And how is, and most of the times I feel that men's skin are little different than women's as well. So how are they different? That's the very first thing. And the second thing, if men needs to start taking good care of their skin, how can they do that?
Let me answer you by telling you a story.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, uh, because of me, my family members, of course, have started taking care of their skin. And now my Jijus are coming to me and asking me, tell us something because our wives are looking great. And we don't want to look like uncles just now.
Right.
So, tell us. So basically, what is happening because of COVID and because of living together with your family, men have started to realize that taking care of themselves is a good thing. First,
Mm.
second, girls look good because they take care of their skin. So why don't we do it? And if we do it, we might look even better than what how we are. A lot of my jijus, even my father, has started doing skincare because of the same thing. Because, oh, my wife is looking stunning. And if I stand next to her, I look this like dull, pale guy. I don't want to look like that. I want to look at par with her, smiling brightly, glowing just as brightly as she is in that perfect picture of this.
Right.
So what I told them is to start by, of course, cleansing twice a day, once in the morning and second in nighttime.
Mm.
Follow the cleansing step with a toner. Toner is very important so that the moisturizer gets absorbed in the skin. So when you wash your face, wipe it out gently. Don't rub it like you rub all those things on your face with a clean towel. Just wipe it out. Use any toner. I would suggest for men, the mildest is better, which is mostly the rose water toner. You can go with Dabur. You can go with a higher end product like Kama Ayurveda rose water. You can go with like Kapaya rose water. All these brands, basic rose waters, are good for your skin. So just spray it off or put it on a cotton pad and wipe your face with it. And after that, in the morning, you should apply a sunscreen. Now, there a lot of people don't apply sunscreen because they have the complaint that it makes my skin very oily. I don't like the oily skin.
Yeah.
And usually men's skin is pretty much very oily because you guys don't moisturize. There's a tendency of oil to come and form on your face. That's why you get excess oil. But if you are not moisturizing, you're anyways going to produce even more oil. So, and we all know, like, I don't have to tell you about how important sunscreen is.
Right.
It's all over the internet. I'm not going to rant about it here. If you want
Okay.
to see, you can just say write sunscreen and you will get thousands of article about sunscreen and damage due to sun or to the skin. You can just start your TV and you can see the ad about sunscreen and how sun damages the skin. That's why you have to use sunscreen.
Right.
Anyways, going not going there, but
Okay.
at least apply a sunscreen. The one sunscreen I would like to recommend, which will not make your skin very oily, it's the Derma Co company hyaluronic sunscreen.
Okay.
Okay, it's a very very good sunscreen. It will not make your skin oily. And if you do not find one, then there's also this Aqualogica company, and even they have great sunscreens which will not make your skin oily. So try them out for sure. And this is not sponsored. These are my personal product suggestions to you all. And
Wonderful.
yeah, and at least like the Dermaco and Aqualogica, I'm in love with those products. At least the sunscreens, they are really great. They do not have fragrance in it, and they do not react badly with your skin. They will not produce oil, unlike some brands, a very big brand of sunscreen, which I do not want to tell the name of.
Please don't say it.
And the morning is that, and evening or night, I would say. At night, apply a moisturizer. Any moisturizer will do. If I have to recommend one, I would recommend you Plum Green Tea Moisturizer. It's
Mhm.
very mild, again, very, very mild. Quickly absorbs in your skin and makes your skin very nourished and moisturized. So do try it. And about products, I would like to mention one thing which everyone should follow, no
Mhm.
matter
Okay.
whichever product you want to use. Always make sure it is fragrance free and
Mm.
read the ingredients behind the packet.
Okay.
What they are claiming in front of the packet should be at least on the first 3 to 4 lines of the ingredient list. For example, if you're using a cream for hyaluronic acid, then that hyaluronic acid should be mentioned somewhere in the first 3 lines of ingredients.
Oh,
Now, I would like to ask you the question, Aditya. Tell
sure.
me, why did I say this? Why first 3 lines of the ingredient list?
Wow, that's a pretty great question to a person who has zero knowledge about it, but I'll still try it. That's because I think it goes in the descending order of the amount of quantity which is there in the product.
Absolutely correct. So the first ingredient has the most quantity in the product, and the last ingredient has the least quantity in the product. So if someone is mentioning hyaluronic acid in in their product, and the name of the ingredient is appearing is like second last or last in that, then you know that you're not getting hyaluronic acid for the money you're paying.
Wow, that's a pretty good tip.
And the brands are not important, let me tell you. Just ingredients are important. So just look at the ingredients rather than going for brands.
Wonderful. That's a great advice, honestly, because there are people who goes for brands and they feel most of the middle class people mostly they get influenced by the media out there, and they feel that if they are not using the brand, that means that there is something missing in their lives as well. So that automatically comes up into the mind, although it's not important as you mentioned it. So that's a great message. I
And Aditya, I would actually like to add one more thing. You know,
Sure.
there are a lot of brands out there
Hmm.
who produce the same kind of products, but in two different categories. One is fragrance and the other is non-fragrance. Did you know that?
I didn't knew that. Wow.
Funny?
It's funny. It's funny. And at the same time, people would like to go for fragrance, I guess, because it
Yes.
smells nice.
Yes. And I don't understand. Like, you bathe with a soap which is full of fragrance. You apply a body lotion which is full of fragrance. Over that, you apply a deodorant or perfume to get more fragrance. Why do you want fragrance in your skincare products?
Right.
Just don't. Keep it simple.
Wow, that's a great tip. I mean, most of the people would go for fragrance, and that is one thing which you need to avoid. So that's a pretty great tip, and I'm pretty sure that's going to break a lot and lot of glasses in the eyes of the people. So that's a great message, Suchita. Thank you so much for saying that. I feel that's really really helpful. Coming to one more question, and this is from the community member, and I promise this would be the last question. And the question is about the dark circles. Okay. People who are staying up late, either for work or scrolling through the social media, they have these dark circles problem. Okay. Because they are not getting enough sleep. Okay. And that's something which is, of course, it's knowable that, they are not sleeping well. What can they do to avoid these dark circles?
Let me tell you, dark circles Even I struggle with dark circles quite a lot, and I have been struggling it since my childhood.
Okay.
There are numerous causes for dark circles, and the
Mm.
worst one of it is genetics.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm.
Figure out why you are having the dark circles. What's causing your dark circles? Is it your
Mm.
lifestyle? Is it your genetics? Um, is it your diet? If you consume a lot of caffeine, your veins tend to become darker. If you see under the eyes, you
Yeah.
have very small veins. If you consume a lot of caffeine, they tend to become darker, which makes your dark circles appear even more dark. There are various causes for dark circles. And let me tell you, tomato juice, cucumber, not gonna help.
Okay.
If you're not going to provide enough rest to your body, none of the external items are going to help you.
Okay.
For dark circles, consuming caffeine is not a good thing. But sometimes applying caffeine over it might help. So that's why you see it on the internet, typical internet tips, and even a lot of brands are using caffeine in their products for the under eyes or under eye dark circles.
Mm.
So applying it is another thing, but it always has to come with 8 hours of sleep compulsory. I'm not telling you ki sleep 8 hours of take 8 hours of sleep at night only. Just try to complete 8 hours of sleep. If you cannot, try to relax your eyes as much as you can.
Okay.
And for some, sorry to say this, but for some dark circles, there is absolutely no cure.
Okay.
Absolutely. If it is genetics, there is no cure. Then I would just tell you apply a concealer. There's nothing bad in makeup. Own it. Because if
Mm.
you do not, people are going to ask you, what's wrong with you? Why are you looking tired? You don't have
Mm.
to answer it.
Right.
Have a concealer, apply it, and flaunt it.
Wonderful. That's well said. I feel that's something which many people would love to do that. So yeah, thank you so much, Suchita. These were the community questions as well. So thank you to all the community members to ask these questions. I really appreciate it, and I'm pretty sure Suchita is going to come for the next time as well. So there will be a part two, and you have to answer me that in the question which I will mention below this episode. So you have to answer me, when would you like to have the part two of this skincare routine after listening to this one, of course, right?
And of
So,
course, all the questions.
of course, all the questions. So, Suchita, again, I normally say this to every guest, that this would be my last question for sure, and that would be, if people wants to reach out to you, if people wants to ask more question to you, how can they find you on the internet?
Well, they can just ping me on my Instagram, which is suchita.kothari, and I will be there to answer the questions.
Wow, that's pretty simple, guys. So what I'll do is I'll mention the link in the description. So you are just a click away from Suchita Kothari. So make sure to follow her on Instagram, because she posts some wonderful thing on Instagram. And at the same time, you can also ping her, and but to let her know that you have listened to her on Personality Development Podcast, so that you will be the first one to get her reply. Okay, so make sure to do that. Thank you so much, Suchita, for being a part of this show. I really enjoyed talking with you. Any lasting message which you would like to say to the audience?
So, as I said earlier, skincare is a lifestyle. It's a process. It's not a one time miracle that you can get by going to a salon. If you keep your skin good now, you will age beautifully later.
Wonderful. That's wonderfully said, Sachita. I really appreciate that. So, audience, make sure to take good care of your health and skin, and make sure to get that 8 hour sleep, so that and relax your eyes as well, because they are really important. So make sure to do that. With that being said, this is Aditya Mehta along with Suchita Kothari signing off from this episode. I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, peace out.